sometimes we want to make a change in our life, but we haven't tapped into why yet. We know that we aren't happy, but we don't even know why we aren't happy. We just have this feeling of sadness. We just have this feeling of hopelessness, and we don't even know why. We feel like the world is against us. Many of us feel like we haven't been dealt a good hand, a winning hand. Many of us have trauma that we've been holding on to. Heck, our grandparents held on to trauma, and that trauma was passed down to us, and now we pass it down to our kids, and so on and so forth. That is why it is so important to establish a why. Establish why you are changing. Establish why you feel the need to change your life. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Vet Green, coming to you once again on this Think and Grow segment, Think and Grow with Vet Green segment. I am still unpacking. I am still revisiting my life. I'm sitting and I am pondering, y'all. I'm pondering on my life and just taking the steps that I need to take in order to become a better version of myself. Because that's what this 30-day self-challenge is really all about, y'all. It's not about taking this huge leap and, having this, amassing this amount of income in 30 days. It's nothing like that. It's about becoming better than we were the day before. Each day. If we continue down that path, what you will find is that before you know it, you'll look up and you will not recognize the person that you have become. And that's how it's supposed to be, because that is called growth, y'all. Many of us, when we are in the season of growth, we don't venture into it with open arms, because for many of us, it's scary. It's something that we have never experienced before. So there comes that false evidence appearing real. That fear. We hesitate to walk down that path because it might mean that the people we are with today will not be there with us tomorrow. And who wants to be lonely on this path? Because can it get challenging? You're going to have days where you're going to want to come in the house and have somebody to tell you that everything's going to be okay, honey. You're going to have days where you want somebody to pat you on the back and say, job well done. That's why it is so important, again, to establish why. Why am I doing this? Because on those days where you may not have somebody you can turn to, you may not have the support that you assumed you would have, you're going to have to look at that why and remember exactly why you are doing it. Exactly why you decided to make this change in your life. Well, how do I know what my whys are, Vet? First thing I would do is to get a pen and paper, or if you're phone savvy, take your phone out. Write down 5 reasons why you feel like you want to make a change. Make sure part of those 5 reasons are you. You are going to be the most important reason to make a change. Yeah, I know we have kids. Some of us, we're parents. We have loved ones, and that's going to be our reason why, and that's okay. That's going to be many of our whys. But the most important why has to be you. The reason why I say that is because it's the old oxygen mask theory. If you do not place the oxygen mask on you first, you will not be able to help anybody else. What I found myself as I continue to transition into this person that you see each time you decide to click on a video from Vet Green and venture into the Think and Grow with Vet Green series is on those times where it's challenging, you're going to have to remember, and the challenges are going to come from your supporters and non-supporters. It's going to come from family and non-family. It's going to come from people you know and the people you don't know. When you place that oxygen mask on you Even the people who do not seemingly support you are going to look at you as an example. You are going to become an example for what is possible for them. You are going to become an example for your neighborhood. You're going to become an example for the people who look up to you and the people who don't look up to you, the people who are just watching. You're still going to be an example. That is going to become a reason why we're in this process of becoming the best version that God knows us to be, because we have all been purposed for a reason. We have all been placed here to become in order to do what God has placed us on this earth to do. We all come with gifts, every last one of us. And some of y'all, I look at some of y'all gifts and y'all playing those gifts full out. There's a popular brand of clothing that I like that Miss Diana has called Work Your Gifts. Some of y'all are truly out here working y'all gifts. I see them. I see it in the hairstyles. I see it in the makeup. I see it on your social media. You are working your gift. But do you know why? Do you know why you should be working your gift? Do you know why you have received that purposely purposed thing that's inside of you? All that creativity that's inside of you? Because it is meant to help other people. It is meant to help people who are in a dark place. And as you go through the journey of becoming, you're going to become an example for them. Because listen, y'all, there's so many people hurting in this world that the world needs an example. The world needs an example of a person who has overcome. The world needs an example of someone who is not the same as everyone else. The world needs you. The world needs you because you are going to be an example for them. There's so many more of you out there, hunty. Trust and believe. I know your neighborhood may have told you that you are the only one, showed you that you are the only one, but let me tell you right now, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. We establish these whys so that we can keep going, because it has to be greater than us. It has to be bigger than us. That's why it's so important to figure out why you are doing it, because it's going to get tough. I would be sitting here lying to you if I told you that it was going to be peaches and cream all the time. Yes, there's going to be days where it is smeezy. What do you say? Easy peasy? Yes, there's going to be days where it is easy peasy. But on those days that it's not, hunty, on those days where you are struggling to just become, just get out the bed, just to get in the shower, just to take a bath, just to wash your face, just to eat, on those days, it is going to be important to pull that Y out like a credit card and you're at the gas pump and you own E. It is so important to figure that Y out, pull it out, and say, you know what? Ooh, child, today is going to be one of them days. But this is why I'm doing it. This is why I'm doing it. For some of us, it's going to be, well, my why is my family. I have these kids and I want them to have a better life. For some of you, it's going to be that loved one that you saw being abused, or that person, that friend or family member that you saw going through some things, and they have gone through similar situations that you have, and you're like, you know what? I need to show them that it is possible to change the perspective of how they view their lives. I need to show them that it is possible to not be in the same situation a year from now. I need to be an example, because we don't have an example of this. I need to become an example because, man, they didn't counted us out before we could even be counted in. I need to become an example. So this is my why I am doing it. I'm doing it because I don't want anybody else to hurt like I've hurt. I don't want anybody else to experience the same type of pain. And if they do experience the same type of pain, I hope that they can take these words and these gems and these lessons that I keep talking about and use them as tools to get them through their process of becoming. This is going to be one of my whys. That is my why. I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it because I know that there is better. I'm doing it because me. I'm doing it because I do deserve better. I'm doing it because I'm tired of living this way. I'm doing it because I know that God didn't place me on this earth just to suffer. I'm doing it because the world needs to see better, do better, be better. And if I'm going to be a part of that, then that is going to be my why. As you continue on this journey, and I hope that you do, I want you to hold on to your whys. Write them down. Look at them every single day. Get them deep in your soul. Get them deep in your cells. Why? 5 whys, y'all. Write down 5 whys today and make sure that one of those whys, I would say number 1, should be you. All right? I love you, long life. And let me know what some of your whys are. Share them with me. You can send them to me in your messenger. You can email them to me at vettgreen76@gmail.com. That's VETTEGREEN76@gmail.com. We're on this journey of self-discovery together. This is a 30-day self-challenge, and I don't know where you are, but I hope that you are somewhere. I hope that you have at least started, and if you have not, feel free to start today, right where you are. You don't need to go all the way back to day 1. You don't need to do that. All you have to do is start. And if starting today means you are establishing your why, well, go ahead, hunty. Make sure you do that, okay? I love you, long life. Make sure you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day on purpose.